So I have seen and heard of a lot of incidences where people in a relationship are not valued. You can see it pop and clear that this person is not valued in this relationship. They are either maltreated or treated with a lot of negativity, like they're doing someone else a favor by remaining in that relationship. And the question that comes to mind is, so why are you still there if you are not valued? Value should be reciprocal, but they keep remaining there and you wonder why. Today we're looking at when love is not valued, because we are talking about relationship, right? Every Wednesday we talk about relationship. So we're looking at when love is not valued. What happens when love is not valued in a relationship? I am not doing this alone. My name is Jemima Emmanuel, and this is today's live on Aqua Television International. I have with me on the set Solomon Sambu. Good morning.
Good morning,
George
Jemima.
Sakada, good
Good
morning.
morning.
How you doing?
We're good.
It's relationship. Oh.
I don't understand his relationship.
It's not
So-
one day yet.
So because his relationship, so we
So
should
I'm
not
saying-
be calm and
No.
and
Calm,
composed.
cool, and collected.
This Jemima, she can shake table.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're talking about when love is not valued.
Mm.
And like I started, I said, there are people that you see them in a relationship
Mm.
and you can see that this person has no value in the relationship. There is no love to even start with, not to even add the value.
Mm.
So why do they remain in the relationship? Why would you be in a place that you're not loved, you're not valued, the person does not see you as anything serious? So when love is not valued.
Well, to start with, I think what does even love mean? Because you are in a relationship and then you're not valued or you're not loved. Do you even know what love is? A lot of people go into relationship for different reasons. In fact, for some, it's not about the love for them. They don't care. They have different reasons as relate to why they are actually in the relationship. That's why when you see some of the concerns that you've raised, like for them is nothing. I mean, they will tell you, somebody will say you're dating a married man and you're expecting, don't expect marriage, and they will tell you, did I tell you before that I want marriage? So sometimes some of the concerns that we see from afar for people that are in relationship, they don't even see it as that. So what is actually love? I've had a lot of people talk about love being dictionaries, books, individuals, therapists, relationship therapists, coaches have written different things as regard what love is. But oftentimes when I talk with people, I say my perspective about love might differ from you, because a lot of people talk about love being an emotional attachment. So it means when that feeling is not there, what next? What happens? You're already in relationship with this person based on your emotional attachment. You get married to that person, and then this feeling disappears or fluctuates. At the moment that it starts fluctuating, what happens? You can maltreat the person. Might not reciprocate the love, that the affection that the person is showing you. You might just see the person as just an object that is not even important. There's no room for any value, because the basis for that love or that relationship was feelings. And most times I tell people that I see love as a deep and intentional commitment. I see love as a choice, in as much as the feelings or the emotions is important for me. But I choose to see it as a choice, as commitment, because if you are committed, if you choose something, then it means that regardless of the challenges, regardless of the fleeting emotion, like, you will still remain committed to that particular relationship. So if love is not valued, you went into relationship, which we see characterizing a lot of relationship. I've seen people come up with memes about, new boyfriend go whine you with early morning calls or with calls generally. Don't worry, after some days it will not be there. So why do you get to that level that you no longer value the love that this person is actually giving you? So by way of definition, if I say love is a deep and intentional commitment towards someone, that's towards a person, characterized by trust, care, support, and even looking out for the well-being of that person, then there's no way you will not value that person, because you are committed in the first place. You care, you respect, you trust. Then, you are supposed to reciprocate that. But in a situation where you claim to be in a relationship with somebody, and then the person shows you commitment, care, trust, like just name it, and then you don't show back or don't give the care, the respect, the commitment, as in you don't look out for the well-being, you don't support the person, then of course this particular person will start having resentment. And we see that in a lot of relationship. I called you, you did not call back, or I called you, you did not pick my call, and then the person says, sorry, I was busy. And sometimes I just think, when you were like going after this person, that you keep disturbing the person with the calls, you did not think about busyness and all of that. Now you're missing calls. Now you in fact, you're returning call. Person will call you in the morning, you will not pick, you will not return till at night when you're about to sleep. Then you remember, oh, or you hear things like, oh, you called me, sorry, I did not know. But when you started a relationship with that person, it was not like that. So this person that you're not reciprocating the love will start building resentment. Like, and this person can start having this feeling of unworthiness. Okay, maybe this person does not want me again. And you will make the person learn to live without you. And we see that even in marriages. There are people that are married, but they are literally separated. Like, they are just living. You hear people say, if not for these children, what will I be? If not for the position that I'm holding, maybe in church or this, what will I be doing with this person? So they are living together. They are even married. But because of lack of reciprocating that love, now this person decides to withdraw from even his partner or her partner. They withdraw and they just keep living. So that's what you find when love is not valued. And a lot of people that don't value love, a lot of people that don't reciprocate love, like, in most cases, they are selfish individuals. They do that for their personal gain. Okay, and Shebi, I have a wife that loves me. Oh, I have a girlfriend that loves me. Oh, my boyfriend loves me. He cannot leave me. And so they decide to live like a life that they don't even care. They might even decide to be giving the love to another person. So at the end of the day, you're not reciprocating here to the person you're dating, and then you are now reciprocating somebody that does not even care about you or has another person. So that's the circle that you get when love is not actually valued. The feeling of unworthiness, resentment will build up, and all manner of things. It will bat a lot of things, down to whether separation, divorce, even stories of partners killing themselves, like this one will kill this one or this one will do this one. Even though I know that that's not an excuse for you to do, because somebody did not reciprocate love, so you decide to be mean or to be wicked to that person. And then for some people, for those that are not married, when somebody loves you and you don't value the love, you might end up losing the person. Like, a story was told of a man that, like, got married to this lady. He loves her, she loves him too. There was reciprocity in that love. But eventually, after getting married, so he told the wife that he was not comfortable with where she was working, because of course he was suspecting a brother there that loves his wife and actually wanted to marry his wife at the same workplace, but she did not accept him. So, but even after marrying her husband, the husband was not comfortable that this person that was toasting you is still working in your organization. So he told her that please, he will want her to quit because he has a job, and then he feels that his job can take care of them. And she said, it's nothing for you to worry about. I can't have anything to do with this, my colleague. He's just a colleague. And he said he's not comfortable with that. And she said it's fine. She will resign. And she resigned. Eventually, he got a job, like the job that he was doing. He started having extramarital relationship with a colleague in his own office that took his own attention. His wife was really being loving. She was showing him all the love, all the care. But at some point, she started noticing that something is wrong. But for him, out of his own selfish interest, he felt this woman is my boss. If having a relationship with her will lead to promotion, increment of salary, and she promised him a lot of things. So he felt I could just have my way. In fact, that his boss asked him if he was married, he denied it. Yes, he brought down all the pictures of their marriage, all those things, so that there would be no trace. So he felt I could still have my way with this particular person. But at the end of the day, he lost the boss. He lost the his own wife because she left him. So when love is given and you don't value it for so many reasons best known to you, because in most cases people don't appreciate love. When they have it, they think of I have this already, so let me face this way. You end up losing. That's another consequences of not valuing love. So it's just very important that we define love the right way. You see, from the Christian perspective, you look at love, it's just about giving. It's sacrificial. It's not about your own self. There's nothing selfish about love. It is just you looking out for the well-being of the other person, you giving, you supporting the other person. It's just pure. Like somebody was saying, it's Valentine's week. So there are a lot of expectations on Friday, and it fell on Friday weekend. So he said, I know a lot of you are planning some atrocities, but I want you to know love is not erotic. Love is not erotic. So somebody might be telling you that, see, this love, if you really love me, you need to prove it. Some boyfriends are telling their girlfriends, I love you. You've been telling me you love me and you don't want to sleep with me. How do I know that you love me? How do I know that you're not sleeping with another person? So if you love me, you have to prove it. So love is not actually erotic. For some people that don't value love because they see that the totality of love is erotic, is that it just revolves around sex. And that is why when they get the sex, there's nothing, like they don't get nothing, no value. They don't even see any value again in the relationship. But I'm sure Sambo Solomon will emphasize more on that, because this week I noticed he has been a relationship advisor. A lot of write-ups coming from his end this week. I had to be screenshotting and then saving, so that I would keep reminding myself. Just yesterday he dropped another nugget, and the advice was really targeted at ladies. How that sex should be the last thing. See, when you love somebody, respect for boundaries is important. Because love too, one of the characteristics is respect. And if this person tells you that, I'm not okay with this till we get married, it should be the last discussion, not even the first thing. You're just meeting somebody and you're saying, I love you, and the first thing you want to do is to have sex with the person. So if you love somebody, there should be boundary, there should be respect for that person. So when you don't value love, there are a lot of consequences that you have to deal with it, like in the future.
Yeah, I think I like the way you started, by defining like what love is really all about, because that's where we always miss it, because people are out there defining love the way they want it to suit their own erroneous lifestyle. And they do everything possible to see that, they push that idea, they protect it, and they convince people to believe that. So that one, it's very important, you putting it that way. What is even the love all about? What is it to you? How do you see love? When they said, okay, this is love, because you have to understand the love first before you value it. So you see, when love is not valued, definitely at the end of the day there's regret. There's regret. Because I believe when someone gives you genuine love and then you don't value it, tomorrow you tend to meet someone that will give you idea of what true love is, and then you begin to think, okay, so all this while this is what I've been missing from this person. And then at the end of the day, to some, they may be lucky that they can fix it. You understand? They can fix it. They'll come back and say, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't understand it this way. This is my thought. And you see, background do affect us. Family do affect us. And we see love differently. Some would give love based on how they see their parent doing. So how many homes today, if you will ask, that they are living as a living example of true love to their children? What is the church preaching as the ideal idea of love? This is very important too. So this is what is just affecting our society, and then you find out that some are giving real love with their whole of their heart, doing all the commitment, what they're supposed to do, giving you all their attention, supporting you where necessary, advising you, giving you leadership, supporting you both emotionally and psychologically. They are there with you, trying to make sure that whatever your dreams, your aspirations are, they are not being dashed. They are always trying to make sure that you are a better version of yourself. I think that's what love is all about. If someone is giving you all of this, I think that's what love is all about. someone that will be always there for you to make sure you are a better version of yourself. So if someone is trying to make you a better version of yourself and you're not seeing it, that means definitely tomorrow you will not be that person that people are expecting you should be. That is people that mean well for you. And then at the end of the day, then you will now realize when it's too late. And that's why I say some people get it right because they retrace and then they fix it. But some people, until when it's late. And that's why you see all this nonsense that is happening, that somebody will leave and then tomorrow he will come and then he will be telling you that, sorry, all this while I didn't know that you meant well. Now that you left, see how my life is shattered. Well, and that person has already moved on since. Like the person, you are nowhere in position of the 10% of what the person is. That is zakah in Hausa. Like you are not up to zakah when the totality of the person, and that's the person that you want to ask the person to come back to your life. Like how? Do you understand? Yeah. So I so much believe that when love is not valued, there's regret. There's regret. And then you see when people don't value love, and it takes two people to experience that. And when you see that at the end of the day there is no value, one of them is not giving love. One is pretending. One is giving the real ideal love.
And you know, Sam Solomon, as in we live in a time that when you love wholeheartedly, people tend to take you for a fool. Like a lot of, like that's how people even tell you who they love like that. They will even advise you. By the time people see people dating and you're all loving, like you value one another. Or the love that you give to each other, people will tell you they will soon serve you breakfast. So people tell you. So we live in a world that is becoming like it's abnormal for you to love and to value love. So even the person that is being given love, when he sees or when she sees that this person loves him or her wholeheartedly, is almost abnormal. It's not normal. I had a young lady say that if he does not beat her, she thinks he does not genuinely love her. So that because beating her is discipline for her. You can imagine somebody's definition of love. So that means we also need to be mindful with the kind of people that we even fall in love with. Because imagine that you are loving this girl genuinely. You are respecting her, you're caring for her, you're supporting her, you're looking out for her well-being. But what she's seeing as love is you beating her. And then for you, that's not what love is. So we just live in a time where people just have different definition and narrative as regards what love is and what love should be. And for some people, by the time they go into relationship and then this person, their partners like decide to be committed to them, they just say, oh, it's an opportunity for me to cheat. It's an opportunity for me to explore because already I have this person. Like I have this person's commitment. I have this person's, for some ladies, they even say, don't worry, I'm just being all cool and calm and humble so that I can enter inside. Like so that he can see me as wife material and get married to me. When he gets married to me, I will show him my true color. Look at what people do in the name of like love. So people are even forced to pretend or to withdraw or to not even express themselves because of the fear of not being valued at the end of the day, or their love, the love they express, not appreciated. Because it's like even for some guys, by the time you decide to be all true, it's like, this girl is desperate to I'm not ready to marry. So you want to leave the girl and go and look for somebody that would not value your love because you feel, oh, by the time this girl is all loving all over me, I'm not comfortable. It means this one want marriage. So let me just leave her because of the way the society has defined love on how love should actually be expressed. But I always tell people, when you find somebody that loves you and loves you genuinely and loves you sacrificially and is always willing to actually sacrifice for you, you have to value it. Like it is up to you to value that love regardless of how you think or how your head is hot. Value it, because when you lose it, in most cases you don't find it again. There are a lot of people that left their partners because they loved them genuinely and they felt, oh, let me just try, let me explore. And at the end of the day, their heads keep hitting the wall, and they felt, Kai, this my partner, this one that I left is the best. And they come back, it's too late, because they already they got another person that value their love,
They
and
moved on.
they just move on. So you have to be intentional. You don't play with people's emotion. Some people are experts in breaking people's heart, in just playing around people's emotion. You will not go free with that. Some people think that, oh, I'm very smart, because I'm smart, since this one love me, let me live my life like I'll always have this person. By the time this person keeps shedding tears for you, asking you what exactly did I do, and you don't have anything to say, it's just you being wicked, or you just trying to just be to practice witchcraft, a time will come that this person will build resilience. That feeling might not be there again because of pain. This person just, I think I should just move on. This person does not want this love that I'm giving to him or her. This person, like, I've been patient to make this thing work, but it's not working. Maybe I should just find my way out. Maybe I should just get over this. And you say, yes, get over it. Some guys will tell you, no, that it's only fools or foolish guys that break up with ladies, that just leave her in the relationship. So while you're in a relationship, you start acting up. You're not picking calls. You're not available to do, like, you're always just absent. And then when the person asks you, nothing, I think we should just move on. Yes, the person will move on. A lady said that this dude have returned. That it looks like it's me and him that fit ourselves, because they broke up, and then everybody went to different relationship, and they saw, Kai, it's not working. They now came back together, and this time around they decided to value the love that they share. Luckily for them, they made themselves like available for each other. But in some cases, you see that you can't get the person. Out of your foolishness, you lose the person, and then you cannot get somebody that will really love you like this person. There are people that settled for other partners. It's not because they don't love their ex, but because of their foolishness, they lost the person that they were dating, and they just had to settle for, in a bit to, okay, just do away, and you got somebody else pregnant, and the parents are saying, carry her, I cannot, since you decided to impregnate this lady, carry her. And you're forced to marry her, not because you love the relationship or you love the person, but in a bid for you to play smart to the person that loved you and showed you love, you decide to fall into that kind of trap.
A lot of times when I see relationships that there's no love, there's no value, I just want to ask, like, what happened? What went wrong? Because obviously that was not how it started. So somewhere along the line, something went wrong. It could either be one person's fault or the two people's fault altogether. So what happened? What went wrong? And now that there is no love, there is no value, can't there be a solution? Like, you talk about it, you meet people, or you just separate? Because I see valueless love as one person just like a revenge mission. Like, okay, you have done this thing for me, so this is how I want to revenge to you. Because it means there was emotions before, and now there is a disconnect in that emotion. It means there was interest before, and now there is no interest at all. It means there were feelings before. That love, that genuine love was there before, but at the moment is not there, and it does not look like it to be there. So when you are in a valueless relationship, sometimes why don't you just step out of it and breathe? Why don't you step out of it and analyze and survey and check what actually went wrong? Can this thing, is there a remedy for it? Can it be rectified? If yes, can we try it? If no, can we just move and go our separate ways? So it makes me wonder, like, so why would a woman that is married to a beater, an abuser, an alcoholic man remain in that marriage? And you constantly always hear flimsy excuses like, I am there for my children. I am there because what will people say? What will people think of me if I leave the marriage? I am in the women fellowship. I am an example to people. How would they see me? I would have no. Why would you think of your reputation when you are in a relationship that is not valued? Why would you think of your children, of What if you die today?
Why did you go into the
Obviously,
relationship in the first
yes.
place?
What if you die today? Obviously, your children will not die as well. One way or the other, they would survive. They would thrive. They would see how they would. So why don't you help yourself first, and then later on you're able to help other people? Why would somebody, a right thinking person, remain in a relationship that has no love to give, has no value to? If there's no love, there's no value, then trust me, there's nothing positive that is remaining in a relationship as well, because obviously there will be no respect. Obviously there will be no mutual effort, like two-way effort. I am trying, the husband is trying, and together we go higher. There's nothing good that will come out of it. You will continue to be a patient. They said the patient dog eats the fattest bone. That dog will never see any bone at all, because at the end of the day, you're patient for nothing. Wasted effort, wasted investment, wasted everything. So if you are in a relationship that is not giving value, is not giving love, I would really suggest that you do what works for you by not remaining there. Find a way out. Which leads me to a question: can a relationship thrive if there is no love, if there is no value? Can it thrive? Because some people tell you, I would manage, I will find a way around it, and they keep remaining there. So can it thrive if there is no value, there is no love at all to give? Someone will tell you, I am doing her a favor. Her family, I am the one that have made them who they are today. And so the woman is the scapegoat. The woman is the one bearing whatever consequence come to him, because the moment she decides to leave, every other thing that is good that goes to the family automatically stops. So can a relationship thrive in a valueless and loveless
You see,
relationship?
yes, it can. It can. Yeah. Because she said something earlier. She said, she talked about the issue of love and how people see love. It starts from you. So if there's a relationship, there's something to offer. It depends on how the person is even seeing the relationship. You understand what the two are bringing? So it's either a need that is bringing them together, or want. It's either need or want. So if it's want, all of them, there is something that they want that is bringing them together, and they are bringing that thing. The relationship will thrive.
Okay,
It's
I
you now.
have a different perspective. Are you done with your
No,
point?
I'm not done.
Okay.
So that's what them they will feel, because you said, if my idea of love is money and money is flowing, that means the relationship is thriving. Yeah, it's thriving. But if that's not the idea, because in the first place I asked myself, where love is not valued, the question is that, where are you even giving the love? It's that. That's why yesterday there was something I posted. They said, to love is to suffer. And that's why Jesus, giving us love, he suffered to the cross. But he suffered for a good cause. So who are you giving the love to? It starts with. Because at the end of the day, you are giving your love to somebody who, like you now, every day, keeping a pig, washing the pig because you love the pig. You don't want the pig to be dirty. And immediately you are finishing, the pig like runs to the gutter. So is it that you have enough detergent, enough water to keep doing that, and enough time? So who are you even giving the love to start with? For relationship, for single, that's why I said it is better you know who you are. You know why you are in a relationship. That way you will know who you are offering that love to, and whether the person will even respect what you are giving. Because if the person, the reason why he's with you is different from the reason why you are there, then definitely there will not be that mutual understanding, that give and take. That will not be there. And that's why women are always at the receiving end. Because the man is the one that's sick. And when he asks you, he know the reason even before he asks. So, do you have the capacity and all the things that you need to scrutinize whether that person, in quote, you can minimize your chances of being maltreated in the name of love. Because when you have that capacity, you leave early before the damage. You understand? So, but that's why I'd advocate. I say, can women build that capacity? Because when a man is coming, he already have an idea of why he's coming. So, and then the next thing you will come, and then they attach the value of the love to sex. That's why 1 week in the love already sex have taken place. Like if you count it to some, in a marriage of 2 years, sex have taken place with that duration, just 2 weeks or 1 month. So you can imagine you spending 1 year with the person, and all he talks, all is about sex. Is that all you can offer? And that's why I said, if sex is all that you can offer for a man to validate your love, then be ready, because you will keep meeting men differently just to validate you, because you don't know your worth. So by so doing, then you know the kind of deposit that you have within you and the kind of spirit that you will exchange. And that one, you have something to contend with in the future. So why can't you know who you are and who you are giving that love to? I think it starts there.
You know, while we were still on, Engineer Tunije Nakali joined us. Good morning.
Solo Bayani from Faring.
I was almost asking Samuel Solomon, don't argue without knowing my point. Because when it's
Jemima,
like,
how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Yeah, I saw Joyce concentrating because they are talking money.
I'll just say my point, but already she's thinking of attacking.
No, you already argue without knowing even my point. Because I said I have a contrary point. I just saw someone. I said, oh, you don't even know the point.
So before Joyce continue, we were addressing a question: can a relationship thrive without value, without love in it?
What do you mean without value?
When that love has no value, you're not giving value to your partner. So that partner is at the receiving end. So can a relationship still thrive? Yes, Joyce.
You just saw it.
You just saw it. Solo is being careful. in the first instance, it's value that keeps you in a thing. In the first instance, it's value. You see, some people. I have said it several times on today's life, right? I've said it several times. People have divorced, but they are just living together. Why? Because that value is absent. So it's the value that keeps you in. A lot of people are tolerating their partners now because the relationship is valueless. You know, even that love, what makes it valuable? Because that love is just a word. Until action is put, it becomes a doing word. So in the absence of all of these things, believe me, I don't think that any love should exist.
So love would not thrive if there's no value.
How can it?
Okay, but you said it would thrive, yes.
Yes.
No, if I didn't get your point, because
Okay.
you answered yes. That's why I said I had contrary. How can love thrive without value?
No, that's why I said in the beginning there's something you establish perfectly well. You say it depends on the perception of the person of what love is all about.
And I agree. Joyce said that.
Do you understand?
You are the one that said that.
So for the person, you are talking about value.
Obviously.
You understand?
You know, immediately you just said, when she asked the question, can love thrive without value? And you said yes. I just said I have contrary opinion. Because, I mean, in the first place, what it is called relationship. So it should not even be one side. It's about two people giving value. You know, earlier on I talked about the fact that I don't personally, love for me, it's not emotions, because they are fleeting. It fluctuates. The person can just do something and you just feel one kind of anger in you and you're wondering, is it me that is with this person? There are moments you feel that way.
So what is it about?
Because of an action. But I think for me, I said it's a deep and intentional commitment. It should be about you choosing to be with that person.
I like the phrase intentional commitment. A lot of people miss that part, because if you intend to be there, nobody pushed you. So whatever you find there, you hold it to yourself and deal with it as you progress. But you know, I don't know at what point, especially ladies, at what point do you miss it that you stop being intentional about the thing that made you intentional from the beginning. You know, if you agree that you want to be with Martha, for example, you have studied Martha, you've seen Martha, you've known Martha, you've accepted her. The same point where you will get to that you see reasons not to love her anymore. If you are with the Queen of England, you'll get to that point as well. I don't know why people think life should be just sweet all through. I don't know why people think that. No. Of course, life should be upward and forward. And that's the belief of every Christian. Well, that's my belief. Life should be upward and forward. But you see, in that forwardness, there are things that will challenge you to even break your belief. I've stopped believing that it's forward. This is where I will stop. This is a termination point for me. Women get to that point quicker than men. Men get to the point faster than women, right? But we just hold on, like we keep looking at the situation, seeing what it is. And when you see a man talk about something in his relationship, then that thing has been going on for long without him talking about it. Women like to discuss every now and then regularly. Do you know, honestly, I'm thinking twice about this Jemima. Yesterday, I saw a different side of her. So I don't think I am almost an unwilling participant to continue in this journey. What did she do? She drank Gary with fork. Did she finish it? Yes, it took her 2 hours. You know, some of the littlest things in life are the things that almost break relationship. Like, I think it was Joyce that said on today's live that a couple divorced because somebody was pressing the paste from beneath, and somebody was pressing it from the neck, and then one person felt like we were suffocating the paste. Do you understand? I can be like that, not to the level of toothpaste. You understand? There are certain things that poverty informs your decision to, but there are certain things as well. You know, why should you fight over soap and toothpaste?
You just buy two. Hold your own.
Press it. Do you understand?
Press it wherever you want.
But there are certain things, but I like things kept at appropriate places. If this is where this should be kept, like, even if it's wrong, if we agree that it should be kept there, let's leave it there. Do you know one of the things that pisses me off when I get home and there is a chair where I'm parking my car? Or there is a bucket, or there is something. They know. They are watching right now. They know. So I just like things kept where they should be kept. Even if we agree that the bucket should be kept on top the fridge, which is a wrong place to keep a bucket. If we agree, let it be there. Anytime you are looking for it, find it there. It's the same thing with relationship. When I'm expecting, like yesterday, I read your posts.
Okay.
I typed a very long response, but I got afraid of people that would attack me, and then I deleted it. Really, I was trying to retaliate.
Made it engaging.
I tried to retaliate, but it would not be good for people like Auntie Esther and Co.
You know, when you said talking about getting to breaking point, and most times women get there even before men. For most of the cases that I've seen for women, I think the reason why they get to that breaking point, it is when the love they give, I mean in the context of care, respect, commitment, honesty, trust, is not being reciprocated. That is when they get like at
until
that point,
you understand why man was created for the woman, you cannot fall in love.
So
don't be in a hurry to the thing. There are some things better said in Hausa, you know. Joyce, you see all these things that you are saying, that's the role of the man. Everything about a woman in a relationship should be response.
So when the man is not giving, how does she respond to
Why is she there? That's the value we're talking about.
That is it. So who are you giving?
That's why you see, women try real hard in the name of I am working on my relationship. They work real hard.
So
And
she's
then
married to the man and then he's not giving. So she should leave.
You see, Joyce, anything that happens started happening. I don't know if you understand. Anything that happens started happening. At what point did we get it wrong? You see, God originated this love thing that we are talking about. How come we are leaving the rudiments that God gave us to imbibe another one and expect that it will work out well? It will not. Mercedes manufactured Mercedes and gave it to you. Then you say, look, this Tesla, I want to use the principle of fixing Tesla to fix Mercedes. Tesla has no engine. Mercedes has. So that means Tesla is inexperienced where an engine is standing.
Yeah.
And that's the problem we have today. They say that the man should love his wife. They say that the woman should what?
Respect her husband.
Submit. So you see, in that submission is embedded your own love. But until you do that, a man can never understand what love is from a woman because he's created that way.
And that's why I'm saying now, for example, you're married and then he is not loving you as a woman. Are you saying the woman should leave?
Well, who is saying she should leave? Why is he not loving her the way that he should? When, as a matter of fact, he started loving her before, that even moved her to agreeing to marry him. So what happened?
I don't know. So
You are the one that brought it now. And I'm telling you, because something must have happened. So no, a lot of people are living together today. They are just tolerating each other.
Yeah.
It started not today. It started years back. And it started building. And it was not addressed. And it started building and building and building. And before you know it, they were fertilizing it without knowing.
And you see, in the case of married couple, to some, it's not that it started before. To some, one of them took advantage of genuineness of the other partner and then right on. Familiarity, spirit now set in. Entitlement now set in. That's when you will hear people.
Yeah, but what is wrong if you are entitled when you are in love?
Yes, entitled in the wrong way.
Okay, except I don't understand, but I think
not really in the entitlement generally, because love, like one of the characteristics of love is respect. By the time the person has, for example, you're not married. I kept asking about the married because I know that for singles, you're not married and you love somebody and the person is not reciprocating, you can leave. If you notice anything that does not align with your values, you can go. But I kept asking about those that are married.
If you are married?
That was why I kept asking you.
You are the one saying for singles they can leave. What about the ones for?
Like that's what he's explaining. Sometimes the foundation was they started
well. So what about
well,
the one for single? If things start going on wrong, what should they do? For married, what should they do?
Those that are married. I don't know the reason why, but if it's something
no, as in what should they do when it gets like off peak?
You people are in a better place to answer that because
Which
I'm
people?
not married.
Which people?
So you cannot
you
cannot advise.
That's what
married
Sambo
and
Solomon is about to
Okay,
answer.
so-
He was talking about entitlement.
But
and all of that.
what I'm saying is, Jemima is my wife. Why can't she be entitled to anything that concerns me?
Maybe you should respond. He's the one talking about
Oh,
entitlement.
but I
don't
asked,
know.
you interrupted, and you are unwilling participant to talk now.
That's why I said in the context of relationship, there shouldn't be entitlement. Like this is what I'm trying to say. You are in a relationship with somebody and you say, as an individual, I want sex with you because I love you. Like earlier on, I was talking about some people going to relationship 1 week. The next thing you're asking is sex from that person. And you're telling the lady that if you love me, prove it by having sex with me. And then this lady is telling you that no, based on my belief, based on my value, like it's a no until I get married to you. So you cannot feel entitled to having sex with a lady because you are in a relationship with her.
Okay. Joyce, I want to ask you a question. I've asked you that same question, the first one, several times on this show. Have you ever been in a relationship that you left? And you said yes. I've asked you that before. What if the same thing happened when you were married?
It won't get to that point.
How did it get to the point while you were related to the person?
For my own case, it's peculiar. That's why I said.
No, why do you mean by it's peculiar?
It won't get to that
It
stage.
shouldn't have gotten to that stage too that you left.
That's the point that I was making earlier. I said
Because I'm trying to understand something. You know, who said the things? Who set these laws? Do you understand? Who set these laws? Who said when you wake up you have to brush your teeth in the morning? Who said when you wake up you have to take a shower in the morning? Who said when you wake up there is breakfast and it has to be light? Who said suya has to be sold at night? Who said all of these things? You understand these rules? Who said them? Can't you wake up early in the morning and grill a chicken? I'm just asking, who said all these laws? Who said if it does not work while you are single, you can go? But if you are married, you have to stay. Who said all these laws? Are they scriptural? Commitment is commitment as far as God is concerned. That is why they say for marriage, people write it, they say nobody should go into it unadvisably. You left a relationship because of this and that. And that is what proves your power. That is what gives you, that's what tests you for the bigger picture, which is the marriage. Now, the one single thing that you cannot stand, one like this, you cannot stand, or you could not stand in a love relationship that was not marital. Now, you cannot stand. Multiple other things have been done to you, or you are receiving multiple things that are negative in the marriage. But you say, because I am married, I have to stay. I don't have anything to do. I have to keep watching him. I am tired of talking to him. Uncle T, I am tired. I am tired. Uncle T, I am tired. But you see one single thing up because you felt, you had a notion that at this point, there's no man can deal with you the way he wants because he did not marry you. And that impression must be corrected. You need to have values for certain things not to get to where they got to in a love relationship. So that when you are married, that person has been trained with your pattern. That's it. And you just continue. But you see, if I knew then what I know now, a lot of things will not happen in my marriage. But unfortunately, when you are receiving marriage counseling, they tell you this marriage, the people always say that, and it's annoying. They make marriage look like a correctional facility. Once you enter, like you have been institutionalized, that like everything you see there, accept it, you are caged. No. I think yes, patience is not the ultimate, but it plays a very vital part. Because if you make patience the ultimate, your partner will ride on you. She's a patient person. Once I tell her sorry, because she's a patient person, she will accept it. I think no.
That's the entitlement.
I almost said something. I almost used the word on air, but thank God for the Spirit of God. Very soon liberation will come. Amen. Amen. You are fast. Yeah. But let me be very honest. Let me be very, very honest. And this can be debatable. This can be debatable. And Solo, one time on Today's Life, I remember Solo made a point, and I said, because they say when you enter, you will not come out. If you mess my daughter up in marriage, I'm pulling her out. She is God that I will face. I will go and face God. Me and him know how to settle it. Nobody will stand and say, as a pastor, when you enter this marriage, there is no going out. You have to stay there, whatever they do to you, and you come home, your daughter has no ear. One ear is off. What happened? He chopped it with a knife. You see, this is what I'm telling you. Marriage is patience. You have to stay. The next time you come, he plucked one eye. And your daughter is like this. And then you come and then they say, marriage is patience. And you come next time, her leg, one is off. And as a pastor, you keep telling her to stay there. No, me, I'll pull my daughter out. Because there are some men in this life, they have no single idea what love is. They are trained to believe that when you get to a particular age, you need to get married. And all that righteousness must be fulfilled. Because very soon, your parents will start asking you, when will you bring your wife? Mommy, my parents are disturbing me. And you are never ever been schooled about life, about love. I beg your pardon. So when you weigh all of these things, is all together. It's just like somebody that went to primary school, and boom, he's telling you that he has a degree from primary school
to university.
Okay, we gave you a job based on the degree certificate you brought, but you cross secondary school, so we are finding out that some morals are missing. You know, in secondary school, that's where you learn everything about life. It's more important than university. University, you are left alone. You are left alone. You are left alone. You start living on your own. You start meeting people, godly people, ungodly people, cultists. You start meeting them. It's up to you to decide whether I will flock with this one or not. And God helps you if you don't have good upbringing, voice that was speaking against that evil. So Joyce, let me be very honest with you. I am a Christian. I believe in God and I trust the word of God. But you know what? Divorce is permitted. God hates it. The Bible says God hates divorce. But when mistakenly you marry somebody that does not understand who God is, that does not respect you, does not respect your family, bring your daughter home first before the issue is addressed. I'm telling you, a lot of people will watch this and say this is heresy, is wrong based on this. But if he's your child, you bring him home and address the issue. But if he's another person's child, because you are a pastor, you say, no, let that person stay there. Or maybe that's the person's cross. And then they call you. Haven't you seen people that men have killed, women that men have killed? And then they come and say, maybe that is what God ordained for. No, God did not. God is not a wicked God to ordain for somebody to die that way.
You see, earlier Jemima was talking about women in relationship, they are not being valued, they are being battered, beatings and all of that. Why remain in that relationship? And what came to my mind is, what was the foundation of that relationship?
And what is the information?
How did it
that the
start?
person have?
So, you see, when I was talking about, okay, my relationship, what happened might be peculiar and it might not be something that I would say like, but let me, using this example of, you went into relationship with somebody and then the person decided to say, oh, if you do this, if you cross this line, I'm going to kill you. Like, it's showing signs of being violent. Is this something you should continue?
Just that I'm going to kill you.
Do you understand?
As you are saying the next second I'm not your babe anymore.
Like, you don't have
I don't play. I will not play. Well, he was angry. That was why he said that. The day that he will be angrier. No, once you just tell me that as a lady, you know, you people have been talking for about 35 minutes before I came. Once you tell me that as a lady, no matter how much I love you, sir, the next minute I'm out of the relationship. Kill.
Some will tell you, if I see any lady around you, I'll pour her acid.
The Bible says that from the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. That was not your mouth talking. That was your heart, and you are going to mean it one day. So if I know that the future is coming where I will be killed from a man that will marry another woman the next minute, what am I doing there? Ladies, Kutunaninkuneko is just around that love. The person, his car, his house, his money. That is all you think about. You don't think about the person's mind. What is his mind made of? I was going out with a girl in Lagos, Yinka, and she told her older sister, and the older sister asked her, is he rich? She said, no, he doesn't have money. As a matter of fact, she said, no, I don't mean money, at heart. When she came and told me, she said, this is what her sister said. I said, what? She asked if I'm rich, and I said, give me 6 months to work on myself. Wow. I had to make my mind up to build myself up to know what love really is. And then she was transferred to a very far place, and then distance and all that. The phone was not really something you had to, you know. But she asked a question: is he rich at heart? Ladies don't care about that. If a man is not rich at heart, he will beat you and not see anything wrong with it. He will curse you, curse your father, curse your parents. He will not see anything about that. He will disgrace you in public. He will not see anything wrong. You see, when Solo tells his wife, I will slap you if you insult me again, and she does, and he slaps her and he comes back to say sorry. You see, that is a Christian that still has the Spirit of God in him. But somebody that slaps you and sees nothing wrong with it, your relationship is hopeless. It's hopeless. The person is beating you as a lifestyle, and you are tolerating it as a pattern. What is that?
And pattern is meant to be broken.
Praise the Lord.
Amen.
Why is it 12 already?
You see, quickly, that point that I want to make. Like I said, some people, it doesn't start from the relationship. But he mentioned something earlier when he started talking. He said at every given point, that thing that is in you will always be challenged. Because marriage is an institute of God. Right? And then the devil always attack it. If he didn't get you, he will get the man. So what I think he's trying to say, what if in that process everything is going well, and then devil get chance in the man and he start acting up, not what you saw in the relationship. Do you understand? So at that point, yes, some people can just decide to back out. But some people will just say, no, that is not how we all started. Can we sit down and talk? What is the problem? I think this thing must work. There are families like that they will tell you it must work. But some people just toothpaste. They go their separate way. So you see the difference.
One sent his wife away because she didn't flush the toilet.
You can see that. So
a marriage that was barely 3 months. And that was truly the end. She didn't. Yeah. Thank you.
So I feel
the person cannot take shit.
Yeah.
But the truth, honestly, let's build relationship anchored on value. And for ladies especially, your value should not just be tied to your body, like just sex.
Joyce is not the lady.
Even the men.
No,
too.
it's not the lady. Primarily, it's not. The lady is put into pressure to give in, and she's less informed. The guy is more informed, so he has become a predator.
Be informed.
No, okay. The lady is who is the predator? The person hunted or the hunter? The hunter is the predator, right? Huh?
The hunty.
The hunty is the predator, so she becomes a predator. But the point I'm trying to say here is, it's not the lady that should have that. It's the man that sees sex as value. It's the man. Because if it's not the man, why is he the one pressurizing the girl to have sex with her?
There are ladies now that are wanting to give.
So that's what I'm saying. If you are wanting to give, if you are asking, then you are also putting sex as value for relationship. Because you know they are learning from the Western world. The Western world tell you they need to know you. Some people have 6 years relationship. They have not married you and you have 3 kids. Yes, in the US that's how it is. People have kids, they are still girlfriends. She's my girlfriend. You have 2 kids, you have 3 kids, she's my girlfriend. You are not married. So that is what people are trying to bring. And you don't know all the prenuptial agreements. You don't know the what is this child support laws. You don't know it. But here they thought I love you. Wow. I love you. Wow. Infection is there. Pregnancy is there. This one is there. That one is there. All of these things are not considerable. Girls don't consider that. When we get to that bridge, we'll cross it. I think we should take this thing to next week.
Thank you, Engineer Tony Nakali, Joyce Jakada. Thank you, Solomon Sambo. Thank you. This is where we'll call it a wrap for today's discussion on when love is not valued. I hope you were able to pick one thing or the other to learn on our discussion. Until we come your way tomorrow, do have a great day. Bye.